Ready? Okay. Time. We all know the importance of the barista. And we all have come from different walks of life to be here to celebrate coffee and all it encompasses. It's why we hold those competitions. Speaking from my own experience in Saudi Arabia as a part of a specialty community, only 8 years young, I saw the introduction of a specialty coffee in my community and the impact it had in people's perception of what coffee can be. I am honored to be the representative of Saudi Arabia, and being a barista gives me incredible pride. However, when I explain to someone outside coffee community what I do, the reaction isn't always positive. Have you ever been asked by someone why you choose to work in coffee? When are you going to get a real job? I have. And we all know how it's feel. We would never say something like that to a pilot. When we think of a pilot, they need attention to details. They work in a high pressure environment. They require specialized knowledge, training, and good communication skills. However, if we replace professional pilot with barista, all these points remain true. So today, I want to use this stage as a platform to celebrate and showcase what I feel it means to be a barista. In order to do this, let's take a look at another profession. As a society, we all understand the importance of a builder is a master of their tools and equipment, have a years of specialized training, and understanding all the variables involved, and working with raw materials. When you think about all of this, those are qualities you also can find in a good barista. Speaking personally, I have spent close to 20 years developing my understanding of all the equipment and tools involved in preparing espresso, and the impact they have on the final beverage. And as a coffee professionals, we all know the importance of distribution. And through preparation for this routine, I have explored the use of whiz distribution technique. And I decided to use the auto cump. With only 3 rotations, I'm able to distribute the entire bed of coffee from top to bottom, breaking up any clumps, ensure an even density, and more flavor clarity. Further, highlighting the flavor notes of ripe pineapple you are about to experience in your espresso. Once distributed, I'm applying a gentle tamping pressure. As I have found, through experimentation, this improved the texture and sweetness in my espresso. And just like a builder, a barista uses raw materials. In this instance, the coffee. And through their skills and experience, turns it into something new. So today, I'm serving you Mandela varietal, produced by Roberto Herrera and his team at Cafe Granja La Esperanza, in the region of Cauca, Colombia. Mandela was created by self-pollination of Catora, then crossed with Timor hybrid, and lastly, crossed with Ethiopian varietals such as Deleco, Villa Sarche, and Sudan Romaine, as well as giving this varietal a unique and complex flavor profile. It also creates the varietal resistant to leaf frost and capable to produce 30% yield, more than Catora, which makes this coffee truly special to be serving you today. The cherries were picked at 18% Brix content to maximize the sweetness in the cup and avoid the over-fermentation in the tank. Then the cherries were fermented anaerobically for a total of 168 hours at a temperature of 20 degrees. This contributed to those tropical notes that have become a characteristic of Mandela, which I really fell in love with. But with all this meticulous preparation of the coffee, it's only halfway there. As Rigoberto controlled all these variables, as a barista, we need to control the other variables in our end to create the perfect cup. We need to understand all the variables involved and how they work together to maximize the potential of each coffee we work with. So, I have found the best expression of this coffee flavor at a temperature of 94 degrees. And I will extract it to recipe of 20 grams in, 50 grams out, in 32 seconds, which result in your cup, if you please write that down. Flavor notes of ripe pineapple, sweet blood plum, orange, and aftertaste of early grey tea with low to medium weight and texture of both silky and juicy, sorry, and long finish of tea-like. Judges, please, when I serve your espresso, just evaluate the cream and place the aromatic disc in front of you on the top of the cup, as I will let your espresso sit to cool for 50 degrees whilst I'm using the aromatic disc to highlight the accuracy of flavor and improve the taste balance and texture of your espresso. And in a moment, I will ask you to place back the aromatic disc. Stir your espresso 5 times clockwise. And enjoy across 2 sips. Now, I would like to turn your attention to the board once again. In this course, let's take a sum of the qualities of another highly regarded profession, the sommelier, and some of them may sound pretty familiar. The sommelier has a knowledge of producers, varietal, terroir, and fermentation techniques, and the impact they have on the cup. A comprehensive understanding of the production process, and for the barista, this includes roasting. And like the relationship between sommelier and winemaker, my roaster and I have worked closely to create a roast profile and select milk that pairs perfectly together. Which leads me to the third point. The sommelier is an expert at pairing flavor. As you would all know, flavor when paired need to work in a harmony, highlighting each other's qualities and create a result greater than the sum of its parts. With this in mind, I have explored a variety of different milk in a combination with Mandela, and I decided to use a 3.8% full cream milk. I found this milk brought rich sweetness and texture to the drink, whilst being natural enough in flavor profile, which allows Mandela to really shine. And when I combined 75 grams of this milk with my Mandela, you will get flavor of, if you please write that down, raspberry, rum raisin, chocolate. Judges, when developing a roast profile for this coffee, we wanted to preserve the rich sweetness and tropical notes that the producer worked so hard to achieve. In order to do this, a drum roast was chosen. As we found, the conduction roasting brought out more sweetness in the cup. Perfect. Here we go. Please enjoy. And to then enhance the tropical notes, an 8-minute roast profile was chosen with a 30% post-first crack development. We achieved this by reducing the total green charge to 30%, of total roast capacity. Perfect, here we go. This not only enhanced the sweetness and the tropical notes, but also it's created much more flavor clarity. Wow, all yours. And lastly, like a sommelier, a barista must deliver a beverage at an ideal temperature to best express the characteristic of their product. So today, I'm serving you a milk drink at 50 degrees. I find this highlighting the sweetness and retain a higher concentration within the drink, directly improve the texture of your drink. Wow, amazing. Please, go ahead, enjoy. Judges, as I mentioned earlier, I'm here today to celebrate the role of the barista. I view this competition as a greatest example of that. It's a platform that allows barista to step outside of their comfort zone, challenging themselves to present a new and exciting flavor experience. And when I think specifically about signature course, the profession that comes to my mind is the executive chef. The challenge of signature course, I feel reflects this by pushing the barista to understand the ingredients they are working with, the flavor they contain, and how to best prepare, match, and combine them in a way that creates a synergistic experience greater than the sum of its parts. So let me introduce to you my ingredients to this course today. Our first ingredient will be an apricot reduction. I have prepared by combining 5 parts of apricot with 5 parts of water and 2 parts of maple sugar over low heat for 30 minutes. I have chosen the apricot because it pairs with the stone fruit flavor of this coffee. And when I add 24 grams, it will highlight flavor notes of yellow beach. Our second ingredient will be a lacto-fermented blackberries, inspiring by the anaerobic fermentation of this coffee. I have combined one part of blackberry with 1% salt for 3 days in room temperature. Then I strain the juice. I have chosen the blackberry because it pairs perfectly with the tropical notes that you have experienced in your espresso. When I add 15 grams, it will highlight the flavor notes of red apple and red plum. Our third ingredient is a cold brewed rose bud tea, inspired by the controlled low temperature of this coffee fermentation. I have combined 1 part of rose bud with 15 parts of water for 24 hours at temperature of 20 degrees. I have used 7 grams, and this will highlight the flavor notes of orange blossom. Now, I will blend all these ingredients with espresso to harmonize them and improve the texture of your drink. Judges, again, judges, once again, your flavor note says yellow beach, red apple, red plum, orange blossom, with a thick and moussey texture. Judges, when I serve my signature course, don't assess the drink until I call time. Once I do, swirl it for 3 seconds and enjoy across 2 sips. Judges, as we conclude our time together, let's reflect upon all the barista is. We are a master of our tools and equipment. We are a connection to lands and techniques of all the producers. We are the face of the farmers, roasters. So we should be valued as we value all those who make our life better. So please, enjoy time.
And once again, a huge round of applause for the Barista.